And this is Dr. Hardy. Would you page Dr. Monica Quartermain again, please? Thank you. Come in. Edward, good to see you. Scotty, I want to thank you again for the way you handled Tom's trial.
My pleasure, Steve.
Please, gentlemen, sit down. I suppose we could get started, but I'd rather not until Monica gets here. It's not like her to be late. I wonder where she could be.
Well, the last I heard, she was asleep.
Asleep?
That's right, at home, in bed, completely exhausted. I just took it for granted you'd given her the day off.
I certainly did not. She's well aware of this meeting. In fact, we made arrangements for us to meet here a half hour before the meeting was to begin.
May I be candid, Steve?
Of course.
Well, I'm very concerned about Monica.
Why?
Well, her health, for one thing. She thinks of herself as being totally indestructible, immune from those conflicts that the rest of us are subjected to. I think we've got a very worn-out young lady on our hands.
Come to think of it, she does seem a little worse for wear lately.
Well, of course, it's none of my business. How you run your staff is your business entirely, but I'm afraid that Monica may have bitten off a bit more than she can chew.
Well, maybe you're right, Edward. I'll keep a close eye on her.
Dr. Quartermain, Dr. Hardy's been calling all over the place.
Well, I bet he has.
And here are a bunch of your other messages.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and don't worry about your post-ops. Your husband already took care of it for you.
He did?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did, Doctor.
Well, thank you very much.
Hi. Is that breakfast or lunch or both?
You are a first-class rat for not waking me up.
But I did wake you up.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And then you let me go back to sleep when you knew I had to be at the hospital. I'm not going to forget this.
Monica, you were working half the night. I thought you deserved the rest.
Oh, no, you didn't think that at all. You deliberately wanted me to sleep in.
Monica, I thought you were going to grab 20 winks. I didn't think you were going to turn into Rip Van Winkle.
Yes, you did. And I'm going to do everything I can to pay you back. In the meantime, you stay away from my bedroom. And don't you go near my bed.
I don't think we should wait any longer. Go ahead, Edward. I'll bring Monica up to date.
Well, very well, Steve. I called this pre-board meeting because I thought you should hear this first. The first quarter financial report is in, and
Steve, I'm sorry, gentlemen. I apologize.
Oh, actually, I didn't expect to see you, Monica.
I'll bet you didn't.
Sit down, Monica. We just got started. And you don't have to apologize. We all understand the burdens of your schedule.
Indeed, we do.
Why don't you start over, Edward?
Well, as I was saying, I called this pre-board meeting so that the chief of staff and his assistant wouldn't be taken by surprise when we did meet with the board. Now, I'm afraid I was a little overly optimistic about General Hospital's financial condition. The financial report does not reflect the gains that I had expected. Far from it. In fact, well, without going into the figures, they're very disappointing.
But why? The last quarter was excellent, and that was before we introduced the latest services.
Well, 2 words. Black Monday. Does everybody understand that? Monica?
Of course.
Well, when the stock market drops in excess of 500 points in one day, it's natural that everybody should go conservative. That goes for mutual funds, corporations, private donations. In fact, all contributions reach an all-time low, and we rely very heavily on those. I just think that we ought to be prepared with an alternate form of income when we go into that board meeting.
Is it really that serious? The stock market is up again, isn't it? Won't those donations be coming in again?
Well, they may and they may not. Anyway, it isn't going to help us in this quarter. You know, our financial situation is very precarious.
Well, this isn't going to help your accreditation. In fact, it could ruin your chances considerably.
It certainly will. So what are we going to do to convince them that we're going to come up with a healthy second quarter?
Well, we'll just have to start charging for those services we give away free.
Oh, I'm totally against that.
Look, we're in a business, Steve. We've got to start somewhere.
I realize that.
Well, maybe we can cut the staff.
We are already understaffed, Edward, and you know that.
Monica, please.
sorry.
Let's proceed with this meeting as rationally as we can, shall we?
Yes, Mrs. Forbes. Of course, I think that animals are like humans. Some more than others. Yes, I will find your poodle. I will indeed find your standard poodle. Yes. Oh, I have a very good lead now. Mm-hmm. As soon as I find out anything, yes. You'll be the first. Goodbye.
We dog napping these days, are we?
I'm a private detective. I take any job that comes along. And for your information, it just so happens that that lady is willing to pay 25 grand for the return of her pet.
Ooh, ouch. I'm in the wrong line of work.
I think you are. Especially if you allow your personal feelings to get in the way of your reasoning.
My personal feelings?
Yes.
All right. Then here's a whole stack of reasons for you. Fact. Duke's sister, Camellia, killed Victor Jerome's son, and Duke helped cover it up. Fact. Duke's father, Angus, was forced to kill himself in retribution for Jerome's son. Fact. Duke is now opening a club in one of Jerome's most favorite restaurants, which means he's got to be back in the fold.
You have no proof of that.
Fact. The Carters and the Jeromes are currently involved in a gang warfare.
This is a reputed gang warfare.
Theory. Martin Woods disappeared in Port Charles. His wristwatch was found in the Port Charles River not far from Lavery's club. Which could mean...
Don't say any more. What are you going to tell me? You're going to say that Duke killed Martin Woods and then dumped his body in the river?
No, I wasn't going to say that. But it's an interesting idea, isn't it?
Get out of here. Get out of here right now.
Does this mean I can't go to the club?
No, I have.
Club Duke.
Hi, can I please speak to Mr. Lavery?
Mrs. Lavery?
Yes?
This is Olivia.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Lavery isn't here.
Do you know where I could reach him?
No, I don't. He left very early this morning on club business, and I don't know when he'll be back. Would you like me to give him a message?
Just say, I called and that I'll see him tomorrow night at the opening.
Yes, I certainly will. And I'll look forward to seeing you again, Anna.
Oh, yes, and I you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was Duke's wife.
I heard.
She'll be here for the opening.
You didn't think she would be?
Yes, of course I did. It just reminded me of what you said earlier.
You mean about interfering with Duke's marriage?
No, I was thinking about Anna's relationship with Robert Scorpio. And I've been trying to think of a solution to our problem before Scorpio starts dragging the river and finds the bodies of Martin Woods and the other men.
You can stop worrying, Olivia. It's been taken care of.
So, Black Monday might have been the best thing that could have happened to us.
I'm not following.
Well, General Hospital is in big financial trouble because of Black Monday. Get it?
No. So why didn't you tell me?
Well, use your noodle. All the people and all the corporations that were going to donate big money for the furtherment of mankind in medicine have decided that they come first and General Hospital comes second.
So their first quarter financial report is off.
Way off. That's why I'm telling you to put your clients in Meditech. It's ripe for a takeover.
One low quarter isn't going to do it, Mr. Baldwin. General Hospital has weathered worse situations. Their board is very proud, and they've always been independent. They're not going to jump at a chance to be another member of a huge conglomerate like Meditech.
Well, the head of the hospital's son has just been suspended. And I'm sure the accreditation department is going to take a dim view on his conviction, suspended sentence or not. Plus, the nurses and all the doctors are very unhappy because they're working too many hours. And also with the breakdown in services coming, it is just primed.
What breakdown in services?
Well, I just know one's right around the corner.
Excuse me. Yes. Thank you. Robert Scorpio's on his way up. Please be gone before he gets here.
Will you invest in Meditech?
I'd invest in the Titanic if you would just please go.
Good. Thanks for the cocktail.
Come in.
I told you I'd return, and here I be.
I'd almost given up on you.
Well, you can count on me.
I think I'd like to.
Good. Then how's about we wing it off to New York tomorrow night?
Well, that's very sudden.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's not jump to conclusions. Lavery's opening a new club. There'll be lots of chaperones.
Oh, think I'd love to. Sounds exciting. Only, I don't think I need any chaperones.
Yeah, but I do. There's also something else I need.
What?
Food. I haven't eaten since breakfast.
Neither have I.
And as I never got to finish my Chinese...
How about some French?
You know what I like.
I really am hungry.
Yeah, let's skip the food, though.
Mm-mm.
Huh?
No. Let's stock up for New York.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to stock up? Why would you say that? Where did
Eat now.
Did you read that somewhere?